Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. 1000 Abrahamic Circles Project is a wonderful program which has opportunity for us to spend time together between leaders from Judaism, from Christianity, and from Muslim. From the project we can develop our perspective and finding common grounds among us, and also it has chance to make better human civilization.
We stayed a week at each other's house and ate with each other and talked with each other and worked very hard to understand the situation in the religion in each other's hometowns. Some observations about my trip. In Belgrade, we visited with Jews, Muslims, Orthodox Christians, and non-religious people. The music in international language was notable as a wonderful bridge connecting all peoples and cultures. We spent 2.5 hours singing with the choir at the Church of Father Grigory. And this was the most enlightening and wonderful experience. We gained also a lot of insight into the 1,000 years of conflict between Muslims, Catholics, Jews, and Orthodox Christians. One word used to describe this conflict is a verb, balkanize. The whole world can fear this word because it is a verb that describes years of acrimony, conflict, and destruction between religions. It also fuels the popular conception that religion causes conflict and war, especially when mixed with national identities. Long fights often result in acrimony and grudges, both in the Balkans and in the Middle East, which I'm familiar with. People often feel the unfairness of the international community's judgments. We do in the Middle East, and there is the same feeling in Serbia. The intervention of the European community into the last Balkan War is an example of this. How can we talk about these difficult situations with so many casualties? In Indonesia, we learned about an alternative model of cooperation. There are over 14,000 islands and 1,000 languages in Indonesia. Indonesia has been spared long, drawn-out conflicts between the religions. Indonesia has been Buddhist, Hindu, and Muslim at various times. They are not rigid about getting rid of images from the past. In Indonesia, it was a new experience to be totally surrounded by a religious culture. The 2 million people in Cirebon had never before seen a Jew. There was an impressive regard for holy things and great respect between elders and teachers that was a refreshing change from America. Respect for people and sacred objects is foreign to the American generic consumer society. One of the most exciting aspects of the trip to Indonesia was the 3 motorcycle rides. Most of the poor people in Jakarta have motorcycles. It's impossible to get anywhere in a car because there is absolute gridlock on the roads. I had not ridden a motorcycle in 50 years when I was suddenly thrust onto one with my suitcase. The result was a harrowing ride during which at all times there were 2 cars and 3 motorcycles competing for every little open space on the road. When I saw an imminent crash, I would always put my hands around the neck of the driver and say, "No, no, no." It was quite humorous, actually. I found 2 Orthodox Jewish sisters in Jakarta prepared a beautiful Shabbat kosher meal and Torah learning. I was stunned by their tenacity and courage in the face of isolation in the Muslim culture. I also contacted some Jews in Papua whose descendants traveled from Spain to Peru in 1492 to escape the Inquisition. When the Inquisition followed them to Peru, they took the very difficult sea journey to Indonesia and Papua. The tenacity of these people in the face of adversity was amazing.
This wonderful experience is one road 3 weeks sharing time together with another people from another continents, from other religions finally, but sharing the same humanity. So personally I spent wonderful time. Not wonderful because it was easy, but wonderful because it was very challenging, but also good for the communities from where we are, because it was a chance for our communities to see other people. We share time together, we share our friends, families, our everyday living together, we cook together, we prepare everything what one family does. And we are one big part of one big family, means human family. If you think that was easy, it wasn't. And also, especially because of that, it was so good and so beautiful, because we experienced our own faith to others. Everybody who can say that, know himself just looking at the mirror is wrong. You need other person to look at that person to understand who you are. So that main goal is experience. And we gave our effort to be witnesses of the peace and love of all our religions have a message for the world. I'm also grateful for all people who manage this, who organize, who are the leaders of this, and all people who support it, especially the Danish government and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Indonesia, but also to everybody who gave his effort to this circle succeed.
Yeah, and also me and my community in Cirebon always support this project because this project has a very good vision in humanity and peace. Thank you.
Overall, I gained a new appreciation for Orthodox Christianity and Islam. Hopefully we can continue this understanding, as I said before, by sharing at a deeper level some of the many things that we aren't familiar with in the texts that we share, the Quran, the New Testament, and the Torah. Thank you very much.